John Beltran, Dave Urick, as we head to the second quarter. Brush leads Faith Christian 3-0. And I don't know why the officials don't see this. They have got to switch. Are these officials asleep?
Yeah, and they threw that flag before, and it was confusing that they...
Right, it's a hold at the end of the play, or do they have an untimed down? I guess it's an untimed down, but I didn't think that applied on special teams.
We're going to start the second quarter looking for the teams to potentially change.
No, and that's what the official's saying. It's not the start of the second quarter. It's an untimed down. It's got to be, Dave, because the Beat Diggers are still going right to left from our vantage point, and then they'll switch here at the end of the quarter. Play action. Tormolen has pressure from behind, throws to his right. Wide open is Garcia at the 50-yard line, down the right sideline to the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 36, maybe the 37. Now they should switch sides and put 12 minutes back on the clock. And that's what they're motioning for. We picked it up after the fact, but they didn't pick it up here in the booth. It's a gain of 15 on the first down.
I heard the announcer say Nolan Beasley made the tackle, but I think what happened was Nolan Beasley got ran over by Garcia, and Garcia fell down because Garcia lowered his shoulder. You're talking about a kid that weighs probably 140, maybe 140 pounds, I guarantee you. And he just took it right through that kid.
Now it's officially a play that ends the first quarter as we go to the second quarter here. I'm John Beltran with Dave Urick from Arvada. The Beat Diggers lead Faith Christian 3-0 on a 34-yard field goal following a 33-yard, 6+ minute drive. Jesus Cardenas booted it through. So now the Beat Diggers start from the Faith Christian 36, and the one thing they've had, Dave, because of the play by Connor Weiser on 4th and 3, limiting Orrin Toole to 2 yards, is good field position.
You betcha. They've been able to keep Faith on their own side of the 50 all night so far, and it's really paying off for them. And I'll tell you what's keeping Faith off guard is just the ability of Brush to throw the football, and it's not anything fancy. They're just throwing these little out patterns. That time Garcia just ran a kind of a little flare. It wasn't even like a down and out. It was more of an angled run right towards the sideline. Tremolin just rolled to the right and just threw it out there right on the money. It was a sure catch, and I'll tell you what, you get Garcia in the open field, you better get ready because great things are going to happen.
The one concern, Dave, is that Tormolen on 2 or 3 occasions has gotten rid of that ball just in time. If not, he's going to be blindsided, and you've got to watch out. So he's got great field presence, knowing and feeling that pressure, but hopefully they will not get to him from the blind side. Chris Lee and Connor Weiser in the backfield. 1st and 10 for the Faith Christian 36-yard line. This is officially the opening play of the second quarter. Weiser right at the gut, spinning to the 32-yard line, tearing the Eagles for a gain of 4, including Nathan Rindell's. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
27 yards on 6 carries, so 4 yards in the cloud. That's a little bit better than that, and that's, you can't ask for more than that. This is a typical Brush football. And I got to tell you, I've been watching that line of scrimmage, and with the size that Faith has up there on defense, they're controlling the line of scrimmage. They're taking up a yard at least of that line of scrimmage as soon as the ball snapped. And luckily, they're getting a little bit too much penetration, and that's allowing Weiser to run right by him.
2nd down and 6 for the Beat Diggers of the Faith Christian 32. We're 40 seconds into the second. Brush 3, Faith Christian nothing. Tormolen on 2nd down and 6 will hand it off to the deep man Weiser across the left side. He was tripped up, however. He was able to drive his way across the 30 towards the 27. Maybe got the 26, very close to a first down. We'll give him 6 yards. And he was tripped up over there by Isaac Henry. 3rd down. And Dave, about a couple of inches. This is even better maybe than a first down because if for some reason you don't get it here, this is 4-down territory as you're just shy of the Faith Christian 26. The receiver to the right is Albo, but this more than likely will be a handoff and perhaps to Weiser. It is to the first man through, and that's Chris Lee. He stood up, but I think he got to the 25-yard line. That should be enough for a first down. Boy, that was a hard hit. But he got the first down.
I think right there, Chris realized how great a run he had before on the other end of the field when he ran for 6 yards, but he was running nice and low. That time, I got to tell you, he was straight up and down.
Yeah, he was way too high. Trevor Cole, I believe, was the one for Faith Christian that got a good piece of him. But there's no doubt he was way too running too high. 1st and 10 for the Beat Diggers of the Faith Christian 25-yard line. Garcia is now in the backfield along with Connor Weiser. Man in motion to the right is Baker. And there is the pitch right to Garcia. Stutter steps back towards the middle, and he's got a yard. And now he breaks 2 tackles. Still his feet across the 20. Then fumbles the football, but I think he might have fallen on it at the 16-yard line. Second play of the game where Garcia has made a ton out of nothing. That second effort almost cost him. He did hold on to the football. At least he pounced on the football. It's a gain of 8. Second down and 2 to go for the Faith Christian 17.
You know, that quick pitch to the right where they take the dive up the middle to Weiser and then pitch it outside wide. And Garcia, again, he didn't take it to the sideline. He saw that opening, cut it back up to the middle. But the surprising thing with that 140-pound frame, he broke a big tackle.
Second down and 2 to go for the Faith Christian 17-yard line. Tormolen hands it off to the deep man Weiser across the left side inside the 15. He tries to go around the 10. Close to 7 yards in the play for Connor Weiser.
About 7 on the play.
Might have been Derek McCartney along the far side.
Tackle for the Eagles. It'll be first and goal.
Stephen Holt was also in on the play. A gain of 7, first and goal just inside the 10. 9:22 to go in the opening quarter. Brush 3, Faith Christian nothing. I'm John Beltran with Dave Urich, your one-stop center for projects around your home, office, or yard. Is Ackley Building Center, 1402 Mill Street in Brush. Garcia back in the backfield with Connor Weiser. Elbows the receiver to the right. First and goal just inside the 10. Baker's in motion to the right. There's the handoff to Weiser. He stutter steps, but he is met in the backfield. They tried some trickery on a fake to Garcia, and said it's a loss of 1 back to the 11. And that's a big man for Faith Christian, and Grant Black, the 260-pound sophomore, making the tackle.
You know, they faked a quick pitch that time and tried to run it back up the middle while the Faith Christian Eagles were still thinking about Garcia making that big run. But like we said before, the defensive line has taken up so much ground at the line of scrimmage that they were in the backfield. And because of that delay, they were able to see where the ball was at and make the tackle easily.
Second down and goal for the 11-yard line. The backs are split. 2 receivers to the right. Eric Garcia's on the inside slot, rolling to his right is Tormolen, trying to evade pressure. Still rolling. He's going to stop, throw towards the end zone. The pass is caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? And that is a touchdown. It's signaled by the official in the back of the end zone to Eric Garcia from 11 yards away. Brush 9, Faith Christian nothing.
You know, just a great play there by Tremolin because he had to roll out to the left. He had so much pressure on him. He actually held the ball with his right hand and used his left hand to stiff-arm the Eagle that was diving at his heels before he threw the ball. It looked like he was going to take off and run with it, but he had enough presence to make sure he didn't cross that line of scrimmage and just threw a strike. And I'll tell you what, if you could, all the fans at home, if you could imagine a guy keeping both feet in like you see in the NFL, that's kind of what Garcia did there on the sideline.
Now the extra point to be attempted by Jesus Cardenas off the hold of Eric Garcia. Snap is a little bit high. The kick is blocked. Boy, went through completely unblocked. 8:11 to go. Second quarter, Brush 9, Faith Christian nothing. This is 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 8 plays, 49 yards in 3 minutes and 49 seconds. Mitch Tormolen to Eric Garcia along the sideline from 9 yards away. Or checked at 11 yards out.
Number 80.
Not 9, 11 yards out, and the Beat Diggers now lead 9-0.
For the Beat Diggers ball, we teed up at the 40-yard line.
The PAT was blocked.
Number 5, Tool. Number 25, Henry.
Jesus Cardenas to kick it off. Back deep are Oren Tool and Isaac Henry. Jesus boots it high and towards the sideline, fielded by Henry at the 11, running to his right at the 15-yard line, across the field looking for a seam, trying to beat the Beat Diggers out there to the 20, and then he slipped up along the 24-yard line. I think Chris Lee was the one who was able to grab him around the ankles and throw down Isaac Henry at the 25-yard line. So after the 11-yard touchdown pass from Tormolen to Garcia, and that special teams play again, Faith Christian not with the best of field position, but Dave, the Beat Diggers did miss an extra point.
Yep, and you know what we were going to say, after all these years, one thing that's haunted us year after year, it seems like with Faith, especially in our championship game and then the game the year after that in the playoffs, where we lose 21-19 because we don't make extra points.
Naked backfield, Alex Buckman in a shotgun, 1st and 10 for their own 25. Now Henry gets the pitch left as he was shaded out that way across the 25 to the 30, cuts it back towards the inside. He's down at the 33, close to a gain of 8.
25 Henry.
As the tackle was made over there
30 near the 34-yard line
by Carlos Carrillo.
56 Carrillo.
But that's a nice gain of close to 9. Second down and a long one from the 34.
The defensive ends are really going to have to do a good job of fighting outside, but I think Faith got away with a hold on that play. I watched it plain as day.
The other thing we've seen that Faith has done, they've scored before halftime in many of these matchups. Play action looking, throwing out to the right. The pass is caught by Beasley. Breaks the tackle at the 40. He's down at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 14 yards and a first down for Faith Christian. The tackle was made by Daniel Soto.
They've completed 2 of 5 for 21 yards. Both passes to Beasley. You know, that play, Garcia gave him about a 5-yard cushion. He was backpedaling. That was the same cushion he had when he caught the football.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Greg Mullen is there. Let Greg Mullen work with you to get the discounts you desire and coverage you need. State Farm agent Greg Mullen. First and 10 at their own 48-yard line. Beat Diggers up 9-0. Tool in motion to the right. Gets the handoff running right. Tries to slip out of a tackle, but he's going to be stood up after a short gain, to the 50-yard line, picking up close to 3. Second down, we'll call it a long 8 to go, a short 8 at the 50.
And one of the Faith Eagles is down on the field out there. I'm not sure. It looks like a kid that's a lot smaller than one of their linemen, that's for sure.
Yeah, that looks like that is a position player, a skill position player, I should say, with 7:02 to go before the break, and the Beat Diggers up 9-0 on Faith Christian. The Beat Diggers went 3 and out on their opening drive, but the offense has had their way over the next 2 drives. And one concern they had last week is that they had trouble initially running the football at times, and then Connor Weiser really went off in the second half against Fort Morgan. Here, that first drive, they had some issues, but then after that first drive and they got the jitters out of the way, the Beat Diggers have run the football extremely well, and as a result, they hold a 9-0 lead. But this is more critical, looking at it from this vantage point, for Brush's defense and Faith Christian's offense, because with all the damage the Beat Diggers have done here in the opening half, if this turns into a 9-7 game going into the locker room, Faith Christian receives a second-half kickoff, and the momentum sways in the other direction.
Yeah, we really do need to come up with a big stop here. But, Coach Dykes and the staff over there, they're giving some guys some breathers. I saw before the last play, actually, Weiser was off the field. They put another kid out there. Brett Bostrom's out there on the field right now. And I'll tell you what, there's some other guys on the field that are making contributions. And I'll tell you what, Brett Bostrom back there at that free safety position, he is fast, he is smart, and I'll tell you what, I'm confident in a lot of these younger players out there that are giving some of the offensive players a break.
By the Eagles, their first time out.
Faith Christian takes a timeout. We'll take it with them. 7:02 to go, second quarter. Brush 9, Faith Christian nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. I'm Sean Beltran with Dave Urick from Arvada and Faith Christian High School with replay to follow this game. The Beat Diggers lead the Eagles 9-0 on a 34-yard field goal from Jesus Cardenas, and an 11-yard touchdown pass from Mitch Tormolen to Eric Garcia, a beauty along the sideline. The PAT was blocked, and that's why it's 9-0. Faith Christian has the football, though, at the 50-yard line, second down and 8. The injured player who got up under his own power was Stephen Holtz, but Faith Christian followed that injury with a timeout of their own. Alex Buckman in a shotgun, second and 8 for the 50, awaiting the football. Man in motion to the left is Henry. There's the pitch left to Henry. Swinging it to the outside. He has got nothing. Maybe tried to break out of tackles. Still on his feet. He's going to be thrown in the backfield for a loss of close to 3. Too many Beat Diggers there. Dave, way too much speed. 4 or 5 Beat Diggers, including Trevor Blake and Felix Calderon, were out there, and they throw for a 3-yard loss. It'll be 3rd-and-11.
I wish I knew the number of our defensive end on that side. I really wish I could have said his number, because he did a great job of stretching it out over there. He stretched it all the way to the sideline, and that's what allowed all the pursuit of the other Diggers to come in there and help out on that tackle.
Well, now pass defense is going to be big here. They actually mark it at the 46 for a loss of 4. 3rd down and 12. The mark to make for Faith Christian is just beyond the 43-yard line, about the 42.5.
When they throw, they've always been throwing right, and right over there is Eric Garcia and Brett Bostrom.
Nolan Beasley's the receiver to the right. He's almost out there by himself. And now we've got a flag, illegal procedure before the snap against Faith Christian.
Plain as day, so we're going to move them back another 5 yards. Things are looking up for our defense, but like I said, They throw to the right, and I'm telling you, Garcia and Bostrom are both so quick. Trevor Blake's over there. Those guys have all made some big plays. Remember last week when Bostrom ran down Bohm on the sideline? You were just talking about that. You know, we got some athletes on the field right where we want them for their passing game.
Dave, this smells of a screen to me. We've seen this before. 3rd down and 17. The Beat Diggers have got to watch out for that play, and I don't want to coach from this vantage point, but we've seen that before. Beasley, the receiver, to the right in prior seasons, obviously not this year. In a shotgun is Buckman. Tool in motion to the right. Play action rolling. Plenty of pressure coming. Buckman slips out, and then he tried to throw the ball away. Did he fumble the football back at around the 30-yard line? I think he did, and it was pounced on by a teammate in Isaac Henry as the Beat Diggers had tons of pressure on the quarterback, Alex Buckman.
You know, I think the Faith Christian coaches are over here saying that he was throwing the football. But I'll tell you what, Sewell, the sophomore that goes both ways on the line, he runs right past Buckman. He couldn't believe he was in the backfield so fast. And then he came back to help out on the tackle if he needed to. Obviously, he didn't need to, but it was great to see that pressure there.
A loss of 10 and a sack. 4th and 27. Buckman will punt, standing at his own 21. The Beat Diggers might come with pressure here. They do, but he gets it off. A wobbly punt headed towards the sideline. Bounces at the 41. Takes a Faith Christian roll inside the 35. That should be out of bounds at the 31-yard line, which means it would be a 38-yard punt. There is a flag down at the 35. Let's see what that's about with 5:04 to go before the break.
Tripping is the call.
Tripping
Beat Diggers
against the Beat Diggers. Yeah, that's just a penalty you cannot commit. But what the Beat Diggers have to do here, Dave, is pick up 2 or 3 first downs, run out the clock. If they don't score, they take a 9-0 lead into the locker room. But that's a penalty that's certainly going to hurt their field position.
It's one of those penalties you see because a lot of times because of younger players, guys being out of position, trying to make a block or trying to make something happen, and they didn't have their feet in position, and they couldn't get their body where they needed it, so they're just doing whatever it took to make the block, and it's going to be that's a costly error for Brushes. You know, we're going to go from the 32 deep into our own territory.
They will be marking it off right now from that 31, actually. At 502 Ensign in downtown Fort Morgan, the place to shop for all of your appliance needs is B&B Appliance, a member of the Brand Source retail program. Boy, that one really hurts. 15 yards for tripping.
For the Beat Diggers at their own 16-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 16.
Yeah, that hurts, boy. We really need to get this first down now just to calm our nerves a little bit, because I don't know about you. Once we get back down in our territory like that, it makes me nervous.
Weiser and Lee are in the backfield. Beat Diggers up 9-0, just over 5 minutes to go before the break. Tormolen under center on 1st down is going to hand it off to Chris Lee, and he breaks a tackle left. The football is loose, and it's recovered by Faith Christian. That's exactly what we were talking about at the top of the show. Derek McCartney recovers for Faith Christian as Chris Lee had the ball dislodged from him. Faith Christian has it at the Brush 18-yard line with 4:59 to go before halftime.
Those are just kind of momentum killers. You know, when you have the tripping penalty, so that kind of gets you a little bit, and then you turn around and give them the football inside your 20. And, you know, the Digger defense did such a good job holding them before, it just kind of lets the wind out of your sails.
1st and 10 at the Beat Digger 18. Easily the best field position. There's the pitch right to Oren Tool. Swinging it back to the inside. He's down after a couple of yards. 83. Looks like Connor Weiser rode him down to the ground.
Down near the 16.
2nd down, we'll call it 8 from the 16-yard line. If the Beat Diggers can hold Faith Christian to a field goal here, that would be a victory in its own. But boy, when you're already in the red zone to begin the possession, that's a tough task for this Beat Digger defense. 2nd down and 8 for the 16-yard line. One receiver split out to the left. Again, Alex Buckman, the quarterback, in a shotgun with a setback to his left. Tapping his helmet. Could be a signal of pass play. Looking to throw to his left, and that pass is incomplete. Well, over the head of the intended receiver, Nathan Rendles at the 8-yard line, defended by Vince Albo. That was nowhere near. 3rd down and 8.
He had position on Vince because he was in between Vince and the quarterback, so he had position on him, but the ball was thrown so far over his head, Vince actually had a better shot at jumping up and catching the ball than he did.
I don't know what the officials are discussing. I think they want to add time to the clock because the clock kept running. Just 4 minutes should be, I think, 4:07 is what he's signaling towards the booth. It'll be 3rd down and 8 to go from the 16, 4:18.
I love it when they throw the football, because I'm telling you, as long as Bostром's back there, we have Vinny over there, we have Garcia on the other side, good things are going to happen for us if they keep throwing the ball.
Buckman again in a shotgun from his own 20-yard line with a football at the 16. It'll be a 4-yard snap on 3rd and 8. He rolls to his left. No pressure. Throwing on the run. The pass is incomplete. Diving at the 6-yard line was Rendles. And the ball is wide of the target. He got a hand on it. 4th down and 8. Do they go for it or try a field goal, which would be almost similar to the length of the Jesus Cardenas field goal, which was a 34-yarder?
From the same hash mark, but they're not sending anybody on the field, John.
With 4:13 to go before halftime, Brush leads Faith Christian 9-0. This is a pivotal play in the football game. 4th down and 8 from the Beat-Digger 16-yard line. Rendles is now the receiver to the right. Looks like Isaac Henry now to the left. On 4th and 8 from the 16. Awaiting the snap is Buckman. In motion to the right is Toole. Looking to throw in the middle of the pass. Just up incomplete. Connor Weiser nearly picked it off at the 8-yard line, intended for Derek McCartney, the tight end. What a job by the Beat Diggers, holding Faith Christian to 2 yards after they had a 1st and 10 at the Beat Digger 18, which was preceded by that Beat Digger turnover.
Yep, I'll tell you what, that was a great defensive stand. And like I said, if they have to start throwing the football, we've seen it over the years. Faith wants to run the ball. Obviously, they're not in their game plan right now. The Brush coaching staff has them throwing the ball a lot more than they're running it, and this is just exactly where we want to be.
Dave, I think here you've got to go to Connor Weiser. You've got to go to your senior. 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Hand off to Weiser across the left side of the 20-yard line. He continues to drive his way across the 20, maybe to the 23. I think they were trying to rip the ball out of his arms, but Weiser way too strong, and it's positive movement for Connor Weiser. A gain of close to 7, 2nd down and 3.
Actually, I think one of those kids had a hold of Weiser's right leg, and he was kind of limping and dragging the kid along before the rest of the Eagles jumped on his back.
2nd down, we'll call it a long 3. That ball is just shy of the 23-yard line. We had 3:35 to go, 2nd quarter. Brush leads Faith Christian 9-0.
Second and a short quarter from the
yeah, just get out of this mess right now. 3 in the backfield. Tormola will hand it off to Weiser, left side. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be piled under. He's going to lose some yardage. Brandon Thompson, the 6'1", 195-pound sophomore defensive end, made the play. And let's see if they can mark it at the 21, a loss of 2. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Big play here for the Beat Diggers with under 3 minutes to go in the second, up by 9.
Faith, knowing they have to stop Brush's running game, took their 2 outside linebackers and put them up on the line. So they actually had 7 guys up on the line of scrimmage, 1 linebacker, and they're just running through those gaps on the Diggers, using their size to get into the backfield. And that's what caught Weiser up there. Brush is going to have to start looking at opportunities to catch that before it's coming and see if they can get the ball to the outside.
Beat Diggers are going to have to call a timeout. I think that was by design because Tormola took his time getting back into the huddle, and we'll take it with him. 2:34 to go, 2nd quarter. In Arvada, Brush 9, Faith Christian 0. You're listening to Brush Beat Digger Football on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 3rd and 5 for Brush at their own 21-yard line with 2:34 to go in the 2nd quarter from Arvada. The Beat Diggers, who had lost their first 7 times to Faith Christian and won last year 28-7, are looking for their 2nd straight victory in as many years. Up by 9 and really controlling the line of scrimmage, Dave, but this is a crucial 2:34 left in the opening half.
You bet. We don't want to give them too much time. I got to tell you, I'm enjoying myself a lot more tonight than I usually do when I come down to this field. I look over to the left, I see I-70, but you look over to the west, you can still see the silhouette of the mountains as the sun's going down. It's looking real nice and starting to cool off.
21-yard line for the Beat Diggers.
3rd and 5. Tormola on the bootleg left. Has running room to the outside across the 25, and he's going to be driven out of bounds. That's a Beat Digger 1st down, and the Beat Digger fans want a late flag. They want a flag for a late hit, but I don't think they're going to get it. Nonetheless, the Beat Diggers got out of that jam across the 30-yard line, and maybe they'll only give Tormola the 30, but it's a gain of 9, And the Beat Diggers continue to move the sticks, and that was a huge play.
It sure was. The defensive end for Faith on that side, he was about 4 yards deep into the brush backfield, and Tremolin had the ball on his hip with his left hand, and the kid didn't see Tremolin run right by him. And whoever said Mitch can't run is wrong, because once he got outside, he really turned on some speed there and got upfield in a hurry before Faith knew what happened.
1st and 10, the ball's just shy of the 31-yard line. Let's see the Beat Diggers stay conservative. Trips to the right, one receiver to the left. The lone setback is Connor Weiser. He has the football running left across the 35. He breaks a tackle, and he's down at the 40.
44.
9 yards for Connor Weiser.
Tackled by number 20.
Hanging on for dear life. Along the right side for Faith Christian.
Play second. And a short 2.
Might have been Tyler Tucker. It'll be 2nd down. And a long 1 to go after Connor Weiser picked up some hefty yardage there. The ball just shy of the 40. 1:55 to go, 2nd quarter. Brush 9, Faith Christian nothing. Weiser remains the lone setback. Is he going to get the football? No. The throw out on the right flat caught by Garcia at the 36 to the 40. Back to the inside, spins, and he's down at the 44. First down. The tackle made by Stephen Holt. It's a gain of 4 for Eric Garcia and the Beat Diggers. The clock stops for the movement of the chains. The Beat Diggers have 2 timeouts remaining in the opening half.
Tremolin's 4 for 5 now for 41 yards. The Diggers not showing a lot of urgency. You know, they got a shot at scoring here. They got a really good field goal kicker, and they're kind of taking their time out there a little bit. And I don't think they're really worried about scoring any more points this half.
Platte Valley Hearing Center at 417 Main Street in Fort Morgan, getting your hearing to its very best. 1st and 10 for the 44-yard line. Tormolin hands it off right up the gut to Weiser across the 45 to the 50. It's a gain of 6 before he's tackled. Let's see the Beat Diggers call a timeout. It'll be 2nd down and 4. But they're just letting the time run. And maybe the strategy will change, and it does right now. Beat Diggers take it with 1:13 to go before the break. And I think Brush just wanted to run out the clock, Dave, but then, as you mentioned, they start getting some sizable yardage. They pick up a couple of first downs. Now there's an opportunity, and they realize along that Beat Diggers sideline that Faith Christian receives a second-half kickoff. You're up by 2 scores, but you can make it 3.
You betcha. You know, every point counts when you get here, especially when you miss that PAT early. But I just got to believe Brush would love to give Jesus a chance to kick it from a long ways away, just to see what he can do and give him that experience, again, like we always say, to help get him ready for the playoffs.
This timeout brought to you by Edwards Right Price Market in Flowerland at 1201 East Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. Stop by and get what you need to refuel on game days at Edwards Right Price Market in Flowerland.
I got to believe Coach Streitz is calling, you know, more than a play or two in that huddle, telling guys to hurry up and get up to that line of scrimmage. But, you know, it's 2nd down, 2nd and 4, so you know, they're got to be looking at maybe going downfield right here, thinking that Weiser will be able to knock out that first down on the ground on 3rd down if they don't make a big pass reception here.
Well, we know that Vince Albo is a deep threat. Caught that 36-yard pass last week. He's covered out there by Nolan Beasley. 2nd down and 4 at midfield. Randy Baker is the receiver to the right. Trips to the left. The lone setback is Weiser. On 2nd down, Tormolin, and now a flag is down. That's going to be against the Beat Diggers. Illegal procedure. 2nd and 4 goes to 2nd and 9. And those are mistakes that obviously, I'm sorry, offside against Faith Christian.
First down.
That is a first down of the 45, excuse me.
You know, I thought we had motion over there in the trip side too a little bit, so, you know, they were offsides first, I guess.
That's what happened, is that there was movement by the Beat Diggers, but it was prompted by movement along the Faith Christian side. So 1st and 10 for the Beat Diggers. That's their 3rd first down of the drive, which started at their own 16 after a great stand in the red zone. Albo, the receiver to the right. On the inside slot is Brett Bostrom. Garcia and Weiser are split in the backfield. Tormolin looking to his right on the draw play to Garcia to the 45, runs to his right, spins across the 45 to the 41. It's a gain of 4 on the play. Derek McCartney made the tackle. 2nd down and 6.
Where the Diggers got to hurry. Down to 54 seconds now. But Mitch Tremolin's doing a good job of getting them up to the line and telling them to hustle up.
Well, there are 47 seconds to go. 2nd down and 6 for the 41. Are they going to pass here? Tormolin back to throw. 5-step drop. Looking, setting up. Down the middle of the pass is going to be tipped incomplete. Intended for Eric Garcia at the 24-yard line. Albright. Broken up by Alex Albright.
It was a little bit high. If it would have been in the breadbasket, I know Garcia would have made the catch. But there again, you have Mullen showing his ability to throw the ball over the middle on that post pattern, and boy, that's a great weapon to have. He's just got to get the ball down there where a guy Garcia's size can catch it.
Cargill Meat Solutions takes as much pride in the community just as they do in the products they provide to their consumers. Cargill Meat Solutions, part of the KSIR B106 Scholarship Program. 3rd and 6 for the Faith Christian 41, 37.3 to go. The Beat Diggers up by 9, one setback, 3 receivers to the left. Back to throw is Tormolen. Pressure coming. The pass off to the left is incomplete. Well defended at the 30-yard line with Vince Albo, and the Beat Diggers more than likely are going to have to punt as Tormolen got some pressure, had to get rid of the football early.
Yeah, 32 seconds left here. Now I just don't know if the coaches are confident to take a chance with a snap or a block punt, especially after we had that block on that PAT. They might be thinking, let's just go for it, and if we don't get it, at least they're not going to get the ball in any better field position than what we're going to give it to them in.
Well, it looks like Brush is going to go for it. I mean, Faith Christian will have about 25 to 26 seconds to operate with if the Beat Diggers don't get the first down. Albo, Blake, and Garcia are the receivers to the left. 3rd and 6 for the 41. Tormolen back to throw. Pressure coming. There was a hold. Pass over the middle, incomplete. Eric Garcia at the 22-yard line. And the Beat Diggers got away with a major hold there, because coming from the right side was Brandon Thompson, but no flag is down, and with 27.7 seconds to go before halftime, Faith Christian has the football at their own 41-yard line. Hopefully going for it is not going to backfire on the Beat Diggers.
No, I think that, just the fact that they're stretching that defense out a little bit, even not making it, you have to believe going into halftime, the defensive coaches of Faith are going to be talking to their guys about making sure that they're covering guys over the middle. They're going to make sure that they have linebackers that aren't blitzing in the middle, that they're dropping back into those pass zones, and it's got to help the second half running game for the Diggers.
Alex Buckman in a shotgun, 1st and 10 from his own 41, and he will pitch it left. And Orange just fumbles the football. It's still loose, and the Beat Diggers, did they pick it up or did it go out of bounds? And it's out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Pursuing that football for Brush was Joe Carwin, a freshman, and he would have easily had a fumble recovery had the ball not rolled out of bounds. Instead, it turns into a 3-yard loss, 2nd down and 13 with 21.8 seconds to go.
Carwin came from the far side of the field, too. He's playing the defensive tackle on the left side, and he came all the way over here to the right side. And like you said, he had his right knee out of bounds when he recovered it.
2nd down and 13 from the 38-yard line. Again in a shotgun is Buckman. Rolls to his left, pitches left to Henry along the sideline of the 40, and he's carrying a Beat Digger, and then he's thrown down across the 45 to the 47. And it looks like they're calling a timeout. It's a gain of 9.
The 45 near the 47.
Carlos Carrillo was near that football, but Faith Christian thinks they've got a shot here with 12.2 seconds to go before halftime. 53 yards away from the end zone, and they've got, I believe, 1 timeout remaining. They don't list those on the board, but we have 2 timeouts taken so far by Faith Christian.
Our defensive end on this near side keeps getting hooked, and what I mean by that, he keeps getting blocked inside. They seal him off so he can't get out there, so we lose containment, and so they run around the outside of us, and so our defensive ends are going to have to do a really good job of reading those blocks and making sure they're fighting through that outside shoulder to prevent getting hooked like that.
And Dave, there's a lot of athleticism, as you mentioned, in that Brush secondary. The danger for Faith Christian is throwing a pass that's picked off, and the Beat Diggers doing something with it. So that's why they've been a little bit conservative here.
Might have just called it.
3rd down and 4 at their own 47. Buckman in a shotgun, 12.2 seconds to go, back to throw, and now a flag is down.
Flag.
And there is going to be a penalty along the line. I'm not sure if that was Faith Christian or Brush, as I didn't even see the procedure, but it was procedure against Faith Christian. That'll be 3rd down and 9 at the 42-yard line, and actually 1 second ticked off the clock, which I don't think they're going to put back on.
Carlin, the freshman, playing that defensive tackle over on the left side, man, he gets off the ball quick. He was into the backfield right when those whistles started to blow. You could tell he's playing with a lot of adrenaline out there.
This is 10-10 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Greeley. I'm John Beltran with Dave Urich in the waning moments of the opening half from Arvada. Now it's 12.3 seconds. They gave him an extra tenth with the Beat Diggers up 9-0. 3rd down and 9. Receiver split out to the left and right. Buckman in a shotgun. And Buckman's going to keep the football across the 40. Spun down after a short gain of 2 at the 42, maybe the 43-yard line. Tackle made by Carlos Carrillo, and that is the end of the opening half. Coach Randy Trice mentioned during Beat Digger Blastoff they had issues tackling last week against Fort Morgan. Not tonight. At the break, Rush 9, Faith Christian nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.